Ladies and gentlemen, Xavi's Barca is rolling, and I'm here for it, and I know you are too. Headed through to the Copa Del Rey quarterfinals with the draw coming in a few hours here. Almost a perfect day. If Villarreal had taken that W over Real Madrid, that would have just set it over the bar, but it was a great performance, and I know some of you are going to say, well, Adam, they just beat, a third division team today, but hey, Inner City took us to penalties. We know how we don't need, an extra 30 minutes on some of our players' legs as we come into what's going to be a jam-packed second half of the season. But let's talk about the big takeaways because, again, it is a third division side, not like it was a crazy game. And we had a lot of rotation. Pablo Torre in there, Sergio Roberto in the midfield, Ferran Torres, Ansu Fati, right, Raphinha starting. We had some good rotation today, Kessie as well. And so I think the first one, you got to start with Raphinha on that first goal. What I'm overall happy about with him is he scored that curling shot, right, from the upper left hand of the box, curling it into the goal, and he's tried that shot a lot over the last few months really at Barca, and honestly hasn't had that much success. And so to see him get a goal from outside of the box, I think is going to be really big because he's yet to find kind of those shooting boots and it seems like he always has that disposition to want to take that shot, but he hasn't really had success. So hopefully this allows him to roll, and especially with everyone being happy about Xavi's four-man midfield, leaving really Lewandowski and Dembele up front, it's really important for Raphinha to take advantage of his time here. And then with Ferran Torres and Lewandowski out for the next two league games, we're probably going to need Raphinha to step up, right, and put in a goal or two against Getafe this weekend or in our next Liga game. And you look at the first 14 matches, look at those stats up there. First 14 matches for Barca for Raphinha, 1 goal and 1 assist. The last 10 matches, he has 3 goals and 6 assists. So he is increasing that output. Granted, some of these games are like Super Copa or Copa del Rey where, it's not necessarily like the full La Liga or Champions League big time, even Europa League goals that we want, but there's improvement there. I was also happy to see Lewandowski again put in 2 goals today. He has 2 games. He won't play for Barca, and so just to see him keep on his scoring boots is exactly what we need to make sure that, when he comes back in La Liga, he's going to be firing on all cylinders. And it's a big deal because he's now scored in every competition he's played in for Barca. And, 13 goals in 15 games in La Liga, 5 goals in 5 games in the Champions League, 2 goals and assists in 2 Super Copa games, and then 2 goals in 1 game in the Copa del Rey. And as much as, we wanted some more goals against Bayern or Inter Milan in the Champions League, there's no denying he has been the main man for our team this season, putting goals in the back of the net. And, just very happy about that. I think the other big surprise for me and something I'm happy to see is Kessie coming with 2 assists and a goal himself today. And we all know the rumors out there that Kessie might go to Inter Milan this winter or maybe in the summer. But regardless of what he does, I'm happy to see him, get some success here and get some stats on the board because he's obviously going through a bit of a tough time. At times he looks really sluggish. Even in that first half, he wasn't that great. But the second half, we really saw him perform at his best. And yeah, it's a third division team, but these are the type of little wins that all of our team has to take, right? We've been upset for the pre-World Cup Barca season because it felt like we'd have a really good game, then we'd have a slow game, and so all I want to see here is just some incremental improvement from both Xavi and all of the players on the pitch. And then Fati Mania, right? Ansu Fati coming in with another goal. He now has 3 goals in his last 4 matches, and the goal today, wasn't a poacher's goal, right? We see him cut in from the left side, have to dribble the ball, have to deke out a defender, and then he, puts it in the bottom right hand of the net. And that's a goal. I feel like if you see Ansu Fati try and take that shot, in November or October of last 2022, I don't think he's putting it in. And it seems like, hopefully, right, we're all praying here, cross your fingers, that, Ansu is getting more confidence. Because, sure, with all of his injuries, his speed might not be there, and, he's still a little bit rusty, but his game was never that he was that out-and-out speedster like Dembele, right? And so what I think he really needs, besides more playing time, is just the ability to get some confidence, in himself and in his ability to finish. And 3 goals in 4 games is pretty wonderful. Besides that, I was happy Xavi did some rotations. He did manage to do his, constant putting Busquets in a game where I don't know if it was necessary. But, we got Busquets some rest, we got Frenkie De Jong rest, we got Dembele rest, we got Kounde rest, we got Araujo rest. We're able to rest Christensen for the first 45 minutes of the game. And so it's a game full of rotations. We got to be happy. Let's see who we get in the quarterfinals of the Copa del Rey. Little bit curious that Pablo Torre was subbed off at halftime for Xavi. Would have loved to see him play some more because, I think all of us are pretty excited about what his future holds, and we want to see him get playtime in these games where we can afford it. Whereas, the quarters, if we draw against Real Madrid or another tough opponent, he's probably not going to get much more playing time this season. But let's rejoice, guys, because we're in the quarterfinals. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this performance, if you're excited, who you want to draw in the Copa del Rey, and then we'll see you after the Getafe game this Sunday. Thank you.